How do you choose the right sounds for your tracks? Are you sick of scrolling and second guessing every choice? Well, this video will help you break through that, find your signature sound, and finish more tunes you can be proud of. This has worked for me over 20 years of producing and releasing electronic music, millions of streams, Radio 1 plays, and top DJ support. So let's start with a question one of my email subscribers sent me. The thing I struggle with is finding the right sounds, finding inspiring vocals to chop or raw recordings, similar to Fred Again, Over Mono, or Joy Orbison. I'm just not sure where they come across inspiring samples. So let's say you gave me and Gordon Ramsay the exact same ingredients. Who's going to cook the better dish? Well, I do knock up a mean spag bowl, but Gordon's will probably blow your mind. Not because his tomatoes are magic, but because he has the skill and taste to make any ingredient work. And that's exactly what's happening with artists like Fred Again, Over Mono, and Joy Orbison. They aren't using magic sounds, they're using splice loops, vocal samples, iPhone recordings, everything you have access to. The difference comes from the taste behind the choices. So instead of telling you where to find new samples, I want to show you how to use the ones you own even better. Take these two circles. One is character. This is the personality of the sound, the tone, the texture, the attitude. So a fat kick, crusty chords, deep bass, a glitchy vocal. Often we select sounds based on this alone. The second circle is emotion. How does this track need to feel at this moment? Tension, warmth, nostalgia, unease, hype. When you choose a sound, you want it to live where these two circles overlap. Not only do you want suitable character, but you also want that to match what the track needs to feel. Because you can have a sound that's great quality and beautifully mixed, but emotionally it says nothing in that context. That's why you can browse incredible sounds on Splice and still feel uninspired. And you can have a different sound that's rough, low quality, even annoying on its own, but emotionally it's exactly right. That's why Fred Again's rough phone recorded vocals work so well in his tracks, but they'd feel out of place in a polished commercial pop tune. And once you start selecting sounds in this way, you can use your choices to guide how you arrange instead of copying other structures. This is a real cheat code, and I've broken this down in a free PDF that you can download below. So anyway, here's my all-time favourite example of character plus emotion. Here's a sample from the TV show The Office. No, that's not the sample, that was a seagull. So this is the sample.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut down the heat!
In the context of the original show, it's this silly moment, but in this track, it has this manic intensity that just works right before the drop. It has exactly the right character and emotion in this context. And a funny story, back in the day, a label wanted to sign the original track and they liked everything except the vocals, so they asked us to remove it, but we refused and released the track elsewhere because this sample is the track. So anyway, when you're choosing sounds using this system, you're not just asking, do I like this? Is it cool? You're also asking, does this sound say what I want it to say in this context? And when your sounds fit both character and emotion applied consistently across a whole track, you start to flesh out the world all these sounds live in. And when your sounds live in the same world, you don't get stuck wondering what to add next because the world tells you what belongs. One example here, I wanted these two ideas to live in a very blown out cassette universe, so tons of tape plugins, noise and sound choices that seem weird, but they all fit the world. So here's the first one. And here's the second. Because the emotion and the world are clear, the sounds basically chose themselves. Here's another one. My self-imposed brief for this beat was cheap B-movie sleaze. So anything too clean or polite, you're not coming in. So once you start working like this, you stop aimlessly chasing new sounds, you commit to sounds that belong. And to help train this approach, try this when you make your next track. pick only one folder or sample pack and use sounds from only that. No new sounds are allowed. It will force decisions and creativity, and because that pack already has a sonic identity, your track should automatically live inside a world. So as your taste gets clearer, sound choice gets faster, you stop getting stuck looping 16 bars because you don't need more inspiring samples, you need clearer direction. Remember to land between character and emotion. Now there's a hell of a lot more to sound selection, so go and watch this video next for a deep dive. And for more tips to help you finish tracks, sign up to my free newsletter at the link below.